In this session, we will learn about admin preferences in Primavera P6. We will explore the various settings available under admin preferences and understand how they help standardize and manage projects across the organization. To understand the user preference options in Primavera P6, go to Edit and select the user preferences. The main tabs available in user preferences are Time Units, Dates, Currency, Assistant, Application, Password, Resource Analysis, Calculations, Startup. Among these, time units and dates are the most important settings. The Time Units tab contains two important sections: Unit Format, Duration Format. The unit format controls how resource units and labor units are displayed throughout the project. For example, budgeted labor units and other resource-related values follow the format selected here. The duration format determines how activity durations are displayed. For example, if an activity has an original duration of 4 days, it will appear as 4 with D. If you uncheck Show Duration Units, Primavera will display only the numeric value, 4, without the word days. The duration unit can be displayed in different formats referenced to your requirement. Simply select the required unit and subunit from the user preferences. Also, you can see here how it will be demonstrated. To understand how unit format works, create a resource and assign 50 hours as its units. If you change the unit format in user preferences, the display of the resource units changes accordingly throughout the project. Resource units can also be displayed as percentages instead of hours or days. For example, resource units per time values will be displayed as percentages after enabling this option. Generally used unit hours or day format. The Dates tab controls how dates and times are displayed in Primavera. You can choose different date formats. The time format is also important. During project scheduling or schedule updates, activities may have specific start and finish times. The selected time format determines how those times are displayed. The time format setting plays a crucial role while updating project data. When updating activities, you need to select not only the date but also the specific time, depending on your project requirements. To modify this setting, go to User Preferences and choose the desired time format. Once a time format is selected, the start and finish dates of activities will display the corresponding time. If you select Do Not Show, the time will be hidden and only the dates will be displayed. When you choose any of the available time format options, Primavera P6 also displays a sample preview, allowing you to see how the selected format will appear before applying it. Now let's move on to another tab, Currency. This tab controls how project costs are displayed. You can choose whether to display the currency symbol or not. By default, the currency may be set to US dollar. Primavera includes many predefined currencies. If the required currency is not available, you can add it by going to Admin and select Currencies. From there, you can add a new currency. Modify an existing currency. Make the new currency available for selection in User Preferences. The Assistant tab controls whether the Primavera Assistant window opens when the application starts. The Assistant provides guidance and helpful tips, especially for new users. If you do not need it, you can simply disable it. The Application tab contains general application settings that control the overall behavior of Primavera for the current user. Here, you can see the Startup window. When you enable this option, Primavera P6 will display the Startup window whenever the application is launched, making it easier to access frequently used options. Next is the Grouping and Sorting option. We have already discussed this feature in the Group and Sort window. Then we have Codes. How they should be displayed. Finally, there is Financial Period Data. This is a separate topic that we will discuss in detail later. The next tab is Passwords. In this section, you can change your current password. Simply click the Password button, enter your current password, then enter and confirm your new password. After saving the changes, your new password will be used the next time you log in to Primavera P6. In the Resource Analysis tab, under the All Projects section, 3 display options are available. Closed Projects. Closed projects with leveling priority. Open projects. When open projects is selected and the resource histogram is viewed, only the resource allocation for the currently open projects is displayed. In this case, the histogram remains at a certain level because it excludes allocations from closed projects. If Show All Projects is selected, there may be no visible change in the histogram if there are no additional active project allocations affecting the selected resource. However, when navigating to the User Preferences section and enabling the Closed Projects option, the histogram changes. This is because the resource allocations from paused projects are now included, making the overall resource demand visible in the histogram. When the Open Projects option is selected, then in the resource usage profile, only a single histogram is displayed, representing the total remaining units for all open projects. This is typically shown in light green, as only the resource demand from open projects is included in the profile. When the All Projects option is selected, the resource usage profile displays two separate options. Open projects, typically shown in light green. Closed projects, typically shown in a dark color. This allows you to distinguish the resource demand contributed by open and closed projects separately. The display colors are the default settings and can be customized if required. The timescale distribution data option controls how resource data is displayed in the resource usage profile. By default, the data is distributed on a daily basis. If the distribution unit is changed from day to week, the resource values are consolidated and displayed on a weekly basis. Instead of showing daily resource usage, the profile summarizes the data for each week. Similarly, if the distribution unit is changed from week to month, the resource values are further consolidated and displayed on a monthly basis. This option only changes the display interval of the resource data. It does not modify the actual resource assignments or calculations. Although you can choose day, week, or month depending on your reporting requirements, the daily view is the most commonly used option for detailed resource analysis. The resource assignment, assignment staffing, and dissolving activities related settings in calculation section have already been discussed in detail in the previous video. Please refer to the previous lesson for a complete explanation of these settings. After reviewing that section, you will have a clear understanding of how Primavera P6 handles resource assignment calculations and recalculations. The Startup Filters tab allows you to define the default filters and display settings that Primavera P6 applies when different windows or layouts are opened. These settings determine which items are displayed by default when the application starts or when specific views are accessed. The available options are straightforward and can be understood by reviewing the settings. You can customize the startup filters according to your preferences and project requirements to improve navigation and productivity.